Hey everyone! Hello, hello, hello to a fabulous evening. I'm so excited. I can't even talk. I want to welcome you guys to Nealay at Night, and I am Nealay Patel, and I am a designer here at Jesse James Beads, and my job is to bring you fun, creative, easy, inspirational, just your everything for designing with Jesse James Beads, and I love their beads. Their beads are just gorgeous, easy to work with. The quality is phenomenal. The design is really quite unique and tailored to its own brand, and so I'm always thrilled to use it. I'm always thrilled to be here for you guys, and I'm excited about today's show. Real quickly, I was hoping that you guys were able to catch last week's what was it? Wake and Make. We do Wake and Make every Saturday at 10 o'clock Central here on Jesse James Beads Facebook page, and I basically show you guys some beads and show you in minutes how to make something fabulous with it. And so this last Sunday we got to actually make a really cool, quick and easy pendant, and we got to use some fabulous little rhinestones, and we learned how to do a little quick wire wrap with it, with this beautiful rose pendant, and then we added that all together with this beautiful rhinestone chain that I am in love with. The colors are just super fabulous, and this came out to be a very sparkly little rose. And so if you love this, you want to check out a couple places to see this tutorial. The first is on YouTube, so go to youtube.com and search for Jesse James Beads, and you will definitely find us on there. We have tutorials very up to date, and so whatever I'm showing you now will be on there, as well as the website. So if you go to www.jessejamesbeads.com and check out the website, you will find a link in the top menu for video tutorials, and on there you will see this and much, much more. I guarantee it won't be any less entertaining, since you never know with these live videos what's gonna happen, right? There's always bloopers, always some fun stuff to learn. And with that being said, today's show is special because I actually had no plan in mind, no products to show you. I did receive a very special package from Jesse James Beads, and I thought it would be really cool to actually unpackage it with you guys. I don't know what's going to be in it. I have no idea what to expect. I know I have a few things on my table, jump ring, some soft flex wire, and I thought I would do a design with it. So we are just going to jump into this blind, and it's a little scary, but I am excited about it. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and we are going to dig through some beads. Super excited about this. All right, here's that beautiful package that they have prepped for me. As you could see, they are not short on having a amazing presents to make a present. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to undo that. I'm always kind of sad about ripping the tissue paper just because it's so beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but I'm weird like that. Oh. Oh. What have we here? Look at all this. Gosh, I don't even know where to start. Okay. This is Cactus Rose. I can tell that this was written by Sarah. Here, let me actually flip the, there we go. With the lovely little heart. So, okay. Well, let me push all that. I want to search through this one first, because this one looks so cool. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is from the new collection, the Georgia O'Keeffe, who's an American artist and such an inspiration to her work. So I'm glad that they were able to bring on a concept as such and continue this female painter, sort of a concept and theme with their bead strands. But guys, look how beautiful that is. Oh, I'm so excited. I think Sarah might have given you a preview the other day, but I have not seen any of this, and I must say in person that this is quite fabulous. Look at these. I don't even have to do anything to these because they're already pre-made, but you know how I like to roll, you guys. I like to take things apart and repurpose them, so you never know. But isn't that just wild? So cool. Love it. This is a beautiful strand. I think I got to see a picture of this actually. Let's see if I can focus on it. If it'll let me. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a minute to readjust there. Now, this is a quartz that's been carved, so that's pretty cool. No, excuse me, jade that's been carved. And then all these beautiful sparkly beads, and I got this giant one, which that might require some rhinestones. We'll see. Oh, man. So cool. Okay. This one I love, too. This is such a great accent design strand, and you get this beautiful acrylic bead that has this gorgeous pattern on it, and this giant rose one with the sparklies, that's really great. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. I really want to dump this out, and I have zero container to do this in. So let me see if I can grab a container from my table so I can actually spill these out for you guys. Let's see. There we go. Wow, so many components, and I absolutely love this color palette, I must say. It's a beautiful sort of, well, what was the theme of this? It was rose, was it not? The cactus rose, so definitely got those softer pinks. I love those tassels. I'm a huge sucker for tassels, I must say. But there's some really neat components. You get these cool spacers, which are awesome. And some beautiful little trinkets and doodads and baubles in here. That's beautiful. I love using those. Some crystals, of course. So I'm seeing a lot of accent colors to kind of fill up where this palette, you know, you get your larger strand, your mid-sized strand, and then the smaller beads. So it's a really great mix of different sizes, and very inspirational, I must say. So let's see what else we can dig ourselves into here. Hills of Taos. This one's blues. Already I'm seeing that gorgeous feather component earrings that I love. And of course, I'm going to end up tearing one of those apart, so I apologize for the designer who put that together. But, you know me, I like to customize. Whoops, some of my beads fell out of there, so good thing they were packaged. So that's cool. So you get the pink one for one design, or one collection, and then for, what was this one? Hills of Taos, you get these beautiful blue ones, which are a great punch of color. Let's see what else we can dig up in here. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I love that right there. I think that's so detailed. It's so cool. Very, very awesome. I love them. You get these cool leaves at the top, and then the pattern, the color kind of continues on into that. You get this beautiful turquoise custom design bead. And there's some spacers in there, so that's cool. I really love these guys. I don't know why I'm so drawn to them. I think it's just, I'm a huge sucker for geometry and anything that's super concentric and rigid, and so I think that's why I'm drawn to that. But that is gorgeous. You get all kinds of different textures in here too. And then we got this beautiful little mix that's half in the bag and half not. So let me see if I can dump this one into another container. I'm gonna run out of container, you guys. Let's see if I can clear this out. Alright. So, we got some lively little components in here. Whoops, and some, complete with some sprinkles. See if I can dump these out too. There we go. It's just extra sparkle. I guess they put the extra love in the sparkles, right? Look at that, that's cool. It's a little stone, looks like. Very textury in there. I love these guys. Now, these have been in several collections in different colors, so I'm pleased to see that this one has the sort of browns and turquoises mixed in with them. And then some green tassels, which are always fabulous. You get some lovely little feathers, getting that whole southwestern feel from it. Oh, look at these. I think these are new. These look like metal that has enamel inside of it, so beautiful. I might do something with that today. My goodness. There's so many beads, it's hard to pick and choose, like, what sort of design. There's a million of them that run through my mind, that's for sure. So let's see what we've got in our last one. White Canyon, you guys. White Canyon. So, I'm seeing some more feathers in there. Okay, I'm excited about that. I like mixing and matching my feathers too, so we might do a class later in the weeks, maybe tearing some of these guys apart and repurposing and seeing what we could do, because these are just super gorgeous. In the feathers, I think, go together from a color palette standpoint. So I'm loving that. White Canyon. Beautiful. So there's some gorgeous silvers in here, so let's start with the strand real quick. Look at that. Beautiful strand of whites, silvers, and some beige in there too. So it's a very nice neutral color palette there. And I love that one. I like the center one the best, I think, from this one. Let's see what we got in here. We got a couple different rose colors. Whoops, let me put this one down. My table is overcrowded with Jesse James beads. Okay, there we go. Beautiful strand here. Oh, look at, I didn't even see this, you guys. What is this? Wow. When did they start putting stuff at the end of their strands? This is awesome. Thank you, guys. How fun. I didn't even, that was completely unexpected. So that is awesome. I get these really cool sort of dusty rose colored roses, which is quite redundant, so I apologize. You get the silver one, you get these really giant, what is that, ceramic beads, and some spacers, some cage beads. So this one's sort of my favorite right now, and I think this sort of sold me. I don't know why. I think it's just a little extra something that they put in it, so bravo, you guys. There we go. Let's see what we can dump this out into. Maybe I can put this back into my Hills of Taos baggie, and I'm going to use that same container to dump this out into. So, let's see what we got in here. Oh, what is this? That's cool. I like that guy. He is saying something there. When we got two of them, that's cool. You get some nice softer roses. Ah, this one's my favorite. I don't know. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I love them all equally, but there's always that one collection of the trio that's just like that catches my eye the most, and I think this one. But based on its like diverse components, excuse me, I think that this one is gonna be the one I'm gonna design with. Let's see, I might do some earrings and hang these off of that, maybe? It's gold and silver, so anything could happen. There's just so much to work with, which is fantastic. Let's see. Wow, beautiful stuff in there, you guys. There's some roses. I'm in awe. I'm just like sitting here and kind of thinking of like how to I'm gonna arrange some of these components and things together. But I think today let's start small, because I'm trying to keep this design quick and simple and fun. And I want to use soft flex wire actually with one of these. So let's see what we can cook up. This is a very neutral palette, but I kind of want a pop of color. So immediately my eye is drawn straight towards the soft flex turquoise. And so that might be the nice little oomph I need to get me going here, to get my creative juices pumping, some color in there. There we go. I need to unpack here with all these Jesse James beads. Beads everywhere. Get some space here. Okay, so I love a few things about this one. I love this guy, so maybe we work with that. And then I do have some gold tassels in with it. Whoops, sorry. Of course you can't see because it's that in the way, but see if we can focus on that. Okay. I love this thing, this beautiful rose, so I might use that. So whenever I'm designing stuff, you just kind of find a few things that you love and kind of focus in on that, knowing that we have some string to work with. But I think some earrings, it's a easy Tuesday earring day, so let's do that. I thought I had, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I was trying to look for some of this stuff. There we go. And I know I've got another flower in there. So I have all of this components, right? And I'm sort of like, well, what do I do with it? Let's see what we can cook up. I think I want to do a cool sort of a ring almost, maybe attaching that together, and then maybe my head pin can go through that, or soft flex wire. This one I'm a little hesitant to use, even though it's super gorgeous, only because of the silver punch in it, and I don't really have silver anywhere else. So I might save this guy for another day. And I've got plenty of tassels in that mini mix, and so that's going to be pretty easy to work with. One thing I am going to have to figure out is I've got this loop that goes directly well, I guess it's flat, not perpendicular to my beading wire. So maybe doing a loop this way might be okay if I did it that way, but I think I want to connect it here instead. And you know what? I might have this dangle in the center of that and then just connect my little earring there. So, that's what I think I want to do. Okay. So, I might need some crimp beads too, you guys. Let me see if I've got some gold ones here. Because I know I want to do a little ring. And I love doing those soft flex rings because they're so much fun. But you can only do that if you've got crimps, and I do. Okay. Sometimes it's nice to make sure I have the supplies on hand. Alright, to do this, I think I'm going to cut off a little bit of the wire. So I'm just going to use a pair of cutters to do that. And I want to make a ring large enough for my flower component to sit in, like that. And I want to make sure that I do get my tassel in there before I connect it all together. So, let's see. If I can probably string this guy on first. There we go. And then I want to make a thicker sort of jump ring. But before I string this through, I think I'm going to have to string this guy in first. My lovely, beautiful little tassel. There we go. String this in like that. And then that should be a pretty good size loop or a size ring. And so I'm going to double loop it though. So again, it's just to get an extra punch of color. The more times you do that. And I think you can go around into the crimp about 3 times before you're not able to. More specifically, I'm using medium-sized soft flex wire, and I'm using a size 2 or a 2mm crimp to make this happen. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my crimpers here. Oh, there we go. And let's see. I'm gonna insert it into my last notch first. This is the Xuron crimpers that I have used in many a Jesse James Bead videos, and I absolutely adore them. They have 3 notches, so I can get different size crimps if I wanted to, but I typically tend to use the 2mm crimps to get what I need done. So I haven't ventured out very far, but that's okay. I mean, it's readily available, so how can you hate that? Okay, so I got my cool little jump ring made, and now you guys might be asking, how is he going to connect the rest of it together? Well, what I have an idea for connecting this is, what if we used a head pin, made it go through the flower, and then connected that top, all of that together. So let's do that. All right, let me find my head pins here. There we go. I've always got a nice bag of head pins going on. And I'm gonna string this through because I believe, or I'm hoping, that that's a, there it is. Okay, cool. And I think I just need to make a loop here at the top. And so I'm going to grab my cutters. There they are. These are a pair of Xuron cutters. They are double-bladed cutters which I absolutely love. Let's see, I am going to go ahead and create my eye pin, or my simple loop, excuse me. Just like that. Pretty easy so far. Now with this loop that I've made, I can connect everything together. So, push that in, and voila. We have an instant earring. There we go. And it's really unusual design. So I think that's kind of fun. I love that. And now I just need to put a lovely little earring hook on it. So why don't I show you guys once again how that's made, because an earring goes in pairs, right? All right, I'm just going to take my wire, about yay much, That's roughly, that's not an actual measurement, so probably about 8 inches or so. Just give it a good trim. I'm going to string a crimp on it. There we go. Like such. And I'm going to first string my tassel. We don't need this guy. In. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and push this through the crimp. Like that. And what I want to make sure on this time around is that my loops are exactly the same size. So I'm going to string it through one more time because I had 2 loops on there. And then string it through the crimp. And then go ahead and adjust at that point to make sure that your loops are exactly the same size. So looks like my eyeballing was pretty good today. Usually it's not. And there we go. Going to then crimp it. Again, last notch first. Give it a good squeeze. Make sure you got those nice little dent in there going. A little dent. And then turn it on its side and crimp. Very easy, very quick. Thank you, Zoran, for having some magical pliers. Give these guys a good trim. The hardest part about this was trying to figure out what to do with the beads, you guys, and had my breakthrough point. Referred back to some techniques that I already know, which is always helpful, and voila, we have something that's ready to go. I do have a question on here. Do I ever cover the crimps? And sometimes I do, but recently I have not. It's truly a preference. I think if you're really wanting to go with that extra professional step, it might be a good idea to do that. For these quick little video tutorials, I typically don't. But I don't know. I could be swayed into covering my crimps once again. So we shall see. Push this in. Push that in. Just like that. Once everything is inside, then you can go ahead and squeeze this back shut. Oops. And that is my design, you guys. Wow. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some earring hooks on this and call it a day. Here we go. Good thing I had this on my table. I almost did not know what I was going to make, so I kind of just threw stuff on the table. My earring hooks are flat. Some prefer like having it flat versus having it this way. Truly doesn't matter, but I think in this case I do probably want to switch to the other side so that they're facing this way. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I'm going to do that just by connecting it. So no jumpering in between. These are all the things, all the thoughts that run through my head as I'm working. So you guys are really getting an insight to my mind, which is a very, very scary place, I must say. Let's see. All right. What pliers do I use to make my loops? I just use a pair of round nose. These are everyday round nose pliers, nothing special. These have a finer tip to create such fine loops, but truly you can get them anywhere. It looks like I didn't close my loop very well now that I'm examining this. There we go. It's better. Coolio. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what I made. There we go. That was so much fun. And I have a ton of beads now left here to work with and procure more demos and ideas and tutorials for you guys. So check this out. We made this in an evening session with Nealay. Aren't those fun? I think they're really cool. I love that they swivel around too, because anything that has motion and movement is just super fun and super flirty. So love it. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun watching me. I hope you got some inspiration and ideas for the collections. And I hope you check out the collections in general and just peruse. And there's some really, really great stuff in there that I didn't even get to go through on the camera, actually, very thoroughly. But they're so much better in person, I promise. So in any case, if you love these tutorials, please check us out on the website, www.jessejamesbeats.com, in the video tutorial section. and YouTube. Go to youtube.com and find Jesse James Beads, and please do subscribe. And if you love me, which I hope you do, and my ideas, I do have a brand called SilverSilk and More, and let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this, you guys, and that's backwards, so let's fix that. There we go. And on my Facebook page, if you search for me, I do tutorials called Tuesday Toots every Tuesday at 6 o'clock Central here on Facebook on the SilverSilk and More channel. I often use Jesse James beads. Now look what we made on the last Tuesday Toot. We took their beautiful cabs and their beautiful lampwork beads, and we used this stuff called capture chain to make this really cool bezel and stitch some beads on it. So it was fun and easy and really fast, you guys. So please check me out on there as well. I always use some fabulous beads by Jesse James Beads. So in any case, I hope you had a fabulous evening, or hope you have a fabulous evening, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you guys again on Saturday for our fabulous Wake and Make, 10 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Please don't miss it. You won't want to. There's always fun stuff that happens on this Facebook. So I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye!